Stage 3 is the general feeling that inequality is a bad thing and equality is a good thing. There's no reason to believe that any other primate other than man has such thoughts, but the building blocks are shared with other primates and thus are likely to date back to our common ancestors. The roots of our ethical behavior, in other words, predate not only Judaism and every other ancient religion, but humanity itself. Duval concludes that the raw emotion of the resentment we feel at being mistreated, combined with an awareness of how our actions affect others, is what creates moral principles. All right, here's another excerpt from Our Inner Ape. This is the bottom-up approach, from emotion to a sense of fairness. It's quite the opposite of the view that fairness was an idea introduced by wise men, meaning founding fathers, revolutionaries, philosophers, after a lifetime of pondering right, wrong, and our place in the cosmos. Top-down approaches, that is, looking for an explanation by starting at the end product and working backward, are almost always wrong. They ask why we are the only ones to possess fairness, justice, politics, morality, and so on, when the real question is what the building blocks are. What are the basic elements needed to construct fairness, justice, politics, morality, and so on? How do the larger phenomenon derive from simpler ones? As soon as one ponders this question, it is obvious that we share many building blocks with other species. All right, back to my own essay. Once tendencies such as compassion and cooperation exist, even if they arose only to care for one's kin and live peaceably within one's own clan, they can branch out in any number of ways, such as having compassion for those outside our own communities. Religious founders take these innate tendencies and give them a formal structure by putting them in the mouths of their gods. And I give a full colon there, and I give 4 examples of the different ways religions do this. First bullet point. Sometimes limiting God's orders for compassion strictly to those within one's own community, meaning brutality toward outsiders is permissible. Sometimes even a direct order. All right, second bullet point. Sometimes expanding God's directions for compassion to all humanity. Next bullet point. Sometimes, as found in the Judeo-Christian Bible, an incongruent mix of both of the above. And last example. Sometimes, as is with Jainism, compassion is aimed at all living creatures, even, incredibly, mosquitoes. And now here I give an excerpt from the Jainist scriptures. This is from the 4th lecture of righteousness, first book. Jainist scriptures say, all breathing, existing, living, sentient creatures should not be slain, nor treated with violence, nor abused, nor tormented, nor driven away. This is the pure, unchangeable, eternal law. All right, and I close the article with one last excerpt from Our Inner Ape, and this is Frans de Waal's take on religion and on morality and religion. All right, he writes, once this sensibility, that is kindness aimed at family and potential reciprocators, has come into existence, its range expanded. At some point, sympathy for others became a goal in itself, the centerpiece of human morality, and an essential aspect of religion. Thus, Christianity urges us to love our neighbor as ourselves, clothe the naked, feed the poor, and tend the sick. It is good to realize, though, that in stressing kindness, religions are enforcing what is already part of our humanity. They are not turning human behavior around, only underlining pre-existing capacities. How could it be otherwise? One cannot sow the seeds of morality on unwilling soil. Modern religions are only a few thousand years old. It's hard to imagine that human psychology was radically different before religions arose. It's not that religion and culture don't have a role to play, but the building blocks of morality clearly predate humanity. We recognize them in our primate relatives, with empathy being the most conspicuous in the bonobo and reciprocity in the chimpanzee. Moral rules tell us when and how to apply these tendencies, but the tendencies themselves have been in the works since time immemorial. Now the excerpts from Our Inner Ape are taken from pages 150, 151, 220, 221, 181, and 225, and that's the order. If anyone wants the text of this essay, you can find it over there. I posted a link to the Clashing Culture blog site. Of course, you could also find the text in my book, Dialogue with the Christian Proselytizer. It's EndNote number 12, just one of 44 of these EndNote essays. All right, thank you for watching.
And your girl number 8.
One more time.